Hi guys, John Sarabia here, More Canine Training, Sedalia, Missouri, talking about how to prepare odors for AKC Scent Work. So we're going to need to gather some supplies, several things we're going to need. First thing we're going to need Q-tips. Make sure you get Q-tips with the paper barrel, not the plastic stems in there. The essential oils that we use can be corrosive to the plastic, depending on the type of plastic it is. We don't use it as judges to set the hides. It gets all nasty and gooey and sticky, and when it dissolves. So do yourself a favor, don't use them. Just get the paper stems in there. You're going to need a pair of scissors to cut the heads off of the Q-tips. I prefer to use these. They're like trauma scissors. Sometimes you find them in emergency first aid kits. I bought these at Harbor Freight, $2 or $3. They work really good. I'm starting to get arthritis in my older age, so these help cut the Q-tips very well, especially when I'm cutting 4 or 5 at a time. Work great. You're going to need your oils, your essential oils. First oil is birch. That's what I have here. There's a logo. That's where I get it from. I buy my odors from All Good Dogs. They have the exact odors that we use because we use very specific odors. There are several birches and several anises and things like that. So make sure you're getting the proper one. Go to All Good Dogs. They have them listed. From there, we will need something to put the Q-tips in to prepare them. In Nassau, we prepare them as bulk odors. In AKC, to prepare them bulk, we're going to be adding 2 drops of oil to every Q-tip. So if you put 2 drops of oil on every Q-tip and put 50 of them in a jar, it's going to be very strong. And not only that, but that oil is probably going to leak out and get into the bottom of the container that you're putting them in and be a big soupy mess. So you're going to need some smaller containers. I was given an essential oils carrying case. Looks like this. Purple is my favorite color. It's awesome. Open it up and you can put essential oils. There we go. Get that light just right. You can put essential oils in there. They got little sleeves. I was also gifted some little vials. I'm not sure what the exact terminology is of them. They use them in science and stuff. This little one works great for 1 Q-tip. So also going to need a pair of tweezers because this can get messy. You want to be very careful with your oils. Contamination of the area. You can get it on the table. It just doesn't go away. You can clean it up with vinegar like AKC suggests, alcohol and water mixtures, all sorts of stuff, but there will always be a lingering odor there. So to be extra careful with your odors, the oils. So this little container here, I put a sticker on it. I prepared a Q-tip in here back in February of 18. I guess I did a trial. This little container has a little plastic plug on top. It's awesome. Save it if you get this. If you have something similar to this, it really contains the odor in there. So take a little plug out, have my container open. I am going to open up my oil. I'll angle this down a little bit because I know how big of a mess this can make. I had this plastic Ziploc baggie. I made some bulk Q-tips earlier in the other video. So I put that down and I put a paper towel on top of it. I put my little container for the Q-tip there, and I'm going to put my oil sitting on top of it just like that. That way, if it drips or drops, it goes into this and it does not leak through the plastic onto the table. I can contain it and throw it away. Don't want any cross-contamination. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open this up. It's on there nice and tight. Don't want to make a mess. Open this up. I'm going to squeeze it, get a couple drops out of there. I'm going to take a Q-tip like this. I've already cut the heads off of them. We'll make sure that they fit in there and I can still close it up. That one will. So I will take this, put it on a in the pair of tweezers. And then I'm going to take this and put 1 drop, 2 drops. Set that on there, be very careful. I'm going to take this, slide it inside of there, and let it go. Now I'm going to close up my oil because I'm a klutz and I'll make a mess if I don't. I'll knock it over. I'm going to put my little plastic plug back in here. I'm going to close this up. And I always like to write what days I prepared these, especially going into a trial. We have to prepare this odor, 1 Q-tip, at a minimum 24 hours prior to the trial. So I'll change the date on this today. I just made that one today for this and put it off to the side. In the beginning, when it comes down to the odors themselves, I like to start the dogs off on exactly what they're going to be seeing in a trial. For this, 2 drops per Q-tip. As my dogs progress and in the classes, I kind of change up the odor strength. Sometimes I'll put 1 drop per Q-tip. Sometimes I'll use the Q-tips from another organization and vary the weights up. That way, when my dog or anybody else's dog that I'm training goes into a trial, they have seen the different variations in the scent weight, and it doesn't become confusing to them when they get to a trial. That way they have some success. So I'm going to put this up on my YouTube page. If you have questions, I didn't cover anything, please feel free to add it in the comments below. I will get back to you as quickly as I can. If you don't want to put it out there for everybody else to see, then shoot me an email at amorecanine@gmail.com. Or find me on Facebook, shoot me a private message, post on my wall. When it comes to nose work, I'll get back to you pretty quickly. I really enjoyed doing this stuff. So if I left anything out, if you have any questions, feel free to ask me. And if not, then have a good day. Hope I answered your questions.